A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back once again to Nerf Secrets Revealed. So because, of course, I've already talked about how the cold might be ruining any of my segments out here in the season, it's still probably going to be something out there worth noting that it might be possible for me to continue going on here, despite how the weather continues to become colder and colder and colder and colder. I can't really blame much out of that, so what I'm going to talk about today is a lot about first-person shooting. And first-person shooting, of course, is already its own unique video game title out there. Its own genre that really becomes its own classic. Over time, though, we've gotten ourselves to know about how we can be able to use first-person shooting action in real life. And there has been tons of those out there. There have been lots to do with first-person shooting, especially on most YouTube channels out there, like PDK Films and Drag, and many other people out there. I probably would want to do my own part about it later on, but it still might be worth noting that the fact that Nerf had actually tried to take a hold of the first-person perspective in a way when it comes to sort of first-person shootout action in ways that they want to have their own fans record their own videos and probably have it uploaded to their own channels and the like. It had already happened, of course, a few times over with the Nerf Battle Scout and the Nerf Cam ECS-12. But other than all of that, there's really not much else to say here, because both of those happen to turn out to be somewhat of a flop. And I can't really blame Nerf themselves for not really trying their hand at it so darn badly, but I guess no matter what the cost about it is that it's still going to be something out there that we might want to take into account. If Nerf does want to try their hand at it again, then I suppose they could probably go at it, but since they've already tried it twice without hardly knowing anything about how it all was supposed to go down, there was even a few other times when they tried their hand at it, but there were some times where they probably couldn't get it done properly. Though I can actually say that it might be worth noting someday Nerf might get the hang of it, and Nerf might be able to do it correctly. And even though it's unclear exactly when they might be able to start over again with that in mind, it might be worth noting that there might be some flaws along the way, but if they actually get it right, then there's still not so much optimism that lies within most of us. And it's simply because of how Nerf had tried it multiple times and they all failed in a way. Most of the times that the picture quality was not too good out there, video quality wasn't also as good as it was supposed to be for most Nerfers around, like myself, and it's still, worth putting together that maybe Nerf might just end up picking up the pieces of that shattered part of their past, and if they ever put them all back together into another new type of camera out there that would set out for another generation of first-person shooting perspectives, then I suppose they could probably try that if they wanted to. It might take a little while for research to come in. They might even need to hire technicians out there to help them build these new kinds of cameras out there. They're probably not really like GoPro, although GoPro could probably partner up with Nerf at one point. And still, I don't know exactly when they might try at it again, but we probably will know about it later on. And so, right now I'm just going to talk about a few other things real quick though. Nerf Secrets Revealed Season 7 may be coming to an end, but we're going to have a lot more to come along the way. There's going to be 2 more episodes, hopefully worth of some excitement at least, and if they're not exciting to you, then well, probably click on something else along the way. If it is left or right, it's probably fine by me. And so, if you want to see more go down on my channel though, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.